Hi, my name is Steve, business partner Austin, and today we are going to talk about guarantees. So by now, you're running your agency, you've probably picked up a client or two, and somewhere along the line, you've tried to make a deal and someone has asked about guarantees. Should you give them, what kind of guarantee should you give? This is not an easy question. It's really not a right or wrong answer on this. So, um, the truth is that you really can't guarantee anything with Google because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know even if you get calls to your client, if they're going to even answer the phone. So we don't really, we can't really guarantee a lot as far as on our end. We can try to get them ranked higher. We can try to get them calls, but we don't even know what's going to happen for that. So, what can we offer? So, bad agencies will waste money, get no results. We've all seen that. A guarantee request is kind of a trust problem. They don't know you yet. They don't know what you can do. And what is the problem with offering a hard guarantee? Because you don't control everything. Um, let's say you've done a great job. Let's say you're working in Springfield, Missouri auto repair, and you've done a great job for Complete Automotive. They're at the top of the game here, and you've done an excellent job. What if Google changes the algorithm tomorrow? And all of a sudden, all the work you've done, Complete Automotive comes tumbling down. It can happen. Stuff like that does happen. What if the clients don't give any reviews anymore? Like, you've done everything right and you just don't get reviews for whatever happened. You have no control over what the customers are going to do, even if you've done everything right trying to get those reviews. What if the business that you take over has a bad reputation? And I hate to pick on somebody in here, but we'll see if there is anybody like that. And Springfield, Missouri Auto Repair has some upstanding people. I'm seeing very little problems. Worst I saw was a 4.1, which is still decent. So nobody to pick on there. But what if you did have somebody, let's say they had a 1 or a 2 rating? You're not going to get them as much business as you think. So a guarantee can at times attract the wrong client, the ones that hold it over your head, have you working for free, you're dealing with a difficult client, and when you could have a great client that pays full price. So it can devalue your expertise. When you go to your doctor, do you say to him, can you guarantee that I'm going to be sick or I'm going to be healthy within 2 days? And what do you think the doctor's going to say? Is he going to sign this guarantee? Or if I'm not healthy, will all this be free? Of course, he's not going to say that. Let's say you get arrested. You hire a lawyer. You're going to say to the lawyer, well, I'm not going to pay you unless you guarantee the outcome. You guarantee a not guilty outcome. Well, no lawyer's going to take that. So, you're kind of caught in a rough place. What's the problem with saying no guarantees? Well, it sounds defensive and it doesn't really answer the concern. Will I waste money? I mean, are you basically telling them, well, you might? Um, so, it's a hard spot to be in. So you might lose a client with no guarantee. You might gain a client with a guarantee. So you just have to weigh all those things as you're going through it. I'm going to turn over to Austin. He's going to see if there's maybe a middle path, a better lane we can take on this, and maybe look at a results-based guarantee.
So, instead of guaranteeing outcomes, guarantee your process and commitment. So, like, oh, I guarantee you'll know exactly what we're doing every month. That's full transparency reporting. I guarantee we won't disappear. That's regular check-ins and communications. I guarantee we'll fix anything that's underperforming. That's accountability without a refund promise. I guarantee we'll hit these specific activity milestones. That's post-published, citation built, page is optimized. This is honest and positions you as a professional, not a used car salesman. Uh, when a results-based guarantee can work, when it's a new client with a low risk offers. Like if we don't improve your GBP ranking in 90 days, you don't pay for month 4. When it's a pilot project close, use a short-term guarantee to land a skeptical client, then convert to a normal retainer. If it's a established niche, if you've done this 50 times for the same type of business, you have enough data to back a limited guarantee. Set clear conditions in writing. Define what results means before you start. What to say when a prospect asks. Give them a script. I don't guarantee specific rankings because no ethical agency can control Google, and any agency that tells you otherwise is lying to you. What I do guarantee is that you'll get consistent documented work every single month, full transparency on results, and a partner who actually picks up the phone. Most of my clients see meaningful movement in 90 days. Here's what it looked like for client example. I'm going to the case study result.
So, um, I've seen some agencies too, and we've even done it where you might give a double your money, that you'll double what you put into it back on a guarantee. And if you're confident, so let's say we're in Springfield, we got, so Springfield, Missouri Auto Repair. If you can bring them in just 2 extra clients a month, maybe even one, they'll at least make their money back. If you get two, I'm sure they're gonna double what you're charging. So if you feel pretty confident of that, I wouldn't give anything for the first month, and I'd tell them that by month 2, if you feel a guarantee is necessary, that you can double what you put in. Otherwise, you work for free if you want to do that. Otherwise, I definitely like Austin's idea of just guaranteeing that you're going to do all your work, you're going to do everything right, this business well, and and we're all going to expecting results, but we're not going to guarantee them. And I think that's probably the best way to go. And anything that's not working correctly, we'll continue to work even harder on it to get that right. I think that's probably the best way to go, and I think Austin hit it best. But if you feel like you have to give one, you could give something like that you'll make at least the money you put in, if not double or whatever. But I think it's actually better to stay away from that. And you're going to find clients that are trying to call you out on that. And it's going to be hard to prove in addition to that. So I like Austin's plan better. Thanks for watching. And please remember to like, subscribe, comment. It really does help us. We're just doing this to help you guys get your business going. And we hope it's done a good job at that. We'll see you tomorrow.